Besides black art, there's only automation and mechanization. Federico Garcia Lorca, 1936.
Mondo, 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 black, 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 Mondo, Mondo.
Movement, dance, and the music that accompanies it have played vital roles in the articulation of black being, and today continue to offer up the beat of a cosmic drum, tuned to empower the black body. Mondo Black went on the road to visit with some of today's vibrant artists, mixing movement, music, and media, and reinventing black art identity along the way. This is Mondo Black. We like the way we move. First, we traveled to Arizona to chat with award-winning composer, performer, and choreographer Grisha Coleman at work on her new multimedia performance series, Ecosystem, melding music, dance, and video.
So my name is Grisha Coleman, professor of movement, computation, and digital media, and I'm an artist. This is called, the overall piece is called Ecosystem, and I've set it up as like a 5-part series. Actually, it was a visit to Australia that started the idea. Because I had been working in New York for a long time, and I'd been working in the realm of dance and performance for a long time. And for me, I had started to kind of you could either say get burnt out or just see repeated over and over again what, a certain kind of content, let's say, very identity based, and saying everything that I feel about this is the content that I want to bring to this, or here I'm oppressed in this kind of way, and so there's the content that I want to bring. And so, I was like, that's great, that's cool, but now how does this, how do artists, how do contemporary artists kind of move their dialogue or their dialectic into a broader field? I wasn't that geeky, but I was interested in science, but in science in a very in a kind of soft science way, insofar as I was looking at the performance of nature, especially in Australia. And I was looking at that and thinking, what are these processes that, keep these ecologies alive and going, and how would it be to sort of take this as a content base, take this as a narrative, as opposed to sort of a quote-unquote man-made story, even though, of course, it would be human-derived and human-interpreted. What would it be like to look at these complex systems? I just wanted to do it in a way that reflected, let's say, my cultural point of view, which did then, again, have to do with black people, and putting black people in space, and not necessarily in space, but in a parallel universe. That's how it began, and that combined with sort of the readings of Octavia Butler and being influenced very much by science fiction writers of any race, but especially Octavia Butler, and just that kind of envisioning the future, envisioning universes where, it was somehow strong that it wasn't it wasn't a white-dominated world anymore. In this other place, people don't even think about it like that.
Next, we landed in Brooklyn to chat with poet, performer, composer, and filmmaker M. Takala Keaton on the conundrum of being called a black artist and his recent sound cinema triptych.
Black art is like, I understand black art and then I don't understand black art. I'm a black man, love being a black man, and I understand that funk could be considered a black art form. Because who else would produce the mothership, right? But art is art. Sometimes folk figure that art, or art done by particular people, is art for a mass audience, and then black art is for black folk. And if I'm a black artist, I'd just clear that my art is for everybody. I became aware that I wanted to be an artist as a kid. But it really struck me when I went to South Africa. It seemed like everybody could dance. Everybody could sing. And most of the dances or the songs were dances and songs of freedom. And it kind of became clear to me that I thought the whole movement in South Africa was more about, or was just about weapons and theory, but it became clear to me that it was also about culture. And anybody that has a culture of freedom at some point will actually attain freedom. That's when I made the pledge to become an artist. I came up on house music, dance music. And then when I lived in London for a while, you know, they were doing broken beat, drum and bass. I was around a lot of those cats. So a lot of my stuff is either, you know, broken beatish, housey. I call it soul electronica. I kind of close my eyes and I kind of feel like it comes from space. It's actually the album I'm working on. It's called Love is a Spaceship. I just think that to actually acquire that feeling of being in love and actually being courageous enough to love somebody else, you have to leave yourself and maybe even leave this place that we're in and go someplace higher, and then you return to